Hi, everybody. Welcome to Coach's Playbook, your home for elite CFL breakdown analysis. Today, Trevor Harris, Saskatchewan Roughriders. I looked at what they did in the Banjo Bowl, wanted to look at their offense and see some of the things they did. Trevor was 21 of 33, 64% completion, pretty good, 287 yards. He had 2 touchdowns, a couple of explosive plays. He had an 80-yard play, a long of 80, and he had another explosive play in the game. But 2 touchdowns, but 2 interceptions. That was the difference in the game. One at the end of the game and one earlier. Frankie Hickson only had 9 carries, 46 yards, so it's kind of hard with the injuries they've had up front to get the run game going, so they're going to have to rely on Trevor. Let's take a look at some of the good things he did. By the way, please subscribe to the page, turn notifications on. It's going to help alert you as we post new stuff and help support the page if you like it. So let's open the playbook on the Saskatchewan offense in the Banjo Bowl. Trevor Harris gets the ball out of his hand so quickly because he recognizes coverage immediately. This picture, very simple. A vertical, player running up and in, and a player running out in the flat. And if this player expands and doesn't expand very far, you throw the outflank. He's outflanked the defense. And that's what happens immediately. Ball in the tailback's hands. The sooner you can get it into a player's hands when the defense is out of position, the more he can make people miss because he has more space. Early game success for Trevor. Watch him from the back end, how quickly he sees this and throws it. Barely any drop, and tries to get the ball out into the perimeter. A 3-man rush allows you plenty of time to look at pictures and then progress to your next throw and your next open player. That's what I see from Trevor. Out here, vertical, out route. Number 3 is going to run up and kind of hook up right there. That's what he's looking at to the right side of his formation. Now, when you pause it right here, there is 1, 2, 3 players over the top of that 2 routes. So now Trevor gets off that immediately. Good decision. And this underneath route has lifted the linebacker, and here comes the crossing route from the backside. When everybody lifts, you get the quick throw underneath, and he's able to hit Johnson underneath. So watch his eyes. He's looking to the right, doesn't like the picture. Now he's starting to flip and find his crossing route. Johnson gets north-south. Good first down. Good execution. One of my favorite throws, shot play here. Trevor Harris to Samuel Emulus. Basically attacking the middle of the field and the middle open picture that is presented to this 4x1 set. What do I mean by middle open? There's a deep safety, and there's a deep safety. Just really 2 of them. Everybody else is going to try to read routes and recognize what's happening. Let's go back and show you what the routes were. He's going to go up, break in, and then break back out. He's going to go up here. Sam Emily is going to start to run a corner route to get the Holmes hips opened, and he's going to break at a high angle. You don't want to break at an angle over here because there's a backside safety over here. You want to break at a nice high, what I call touchdown angle, and you're going to have a clear route outside. And then one other underneath, trying to hold the underneath coverage. So I'll pause it right here. These 2 are getting sucked up by that one. He's sucked up on that one. He's committed here. So there's 2 players left on the board. And that is that middle open look. So it's very important not to run at an angle. You run at an angle up there, and that's what Sam does. And that's a great throw by Trevor Harris. Watch it from this angle. You can see him. Takes his 5 and a hitch, launches it to the middle of the field, and then Sam can just run it down. And again, watch it from this angle right here. That's the safety you have to avoid. Those are the 2 players that closed. You're going to run the corner route and then break back to the middle of the field. And you can see it right there. There's the angle of departure. He's already got leverage because Holm is outside playing the corner route. These people suck down, just throw it to a spot. Excellent play. Sometimes a problem with a three-man rush, if the ends lose contain, the quarterback's out on the perimeter and not a lot of people to chase. You can see that right here. He finds an easy opportunity to throw to Johnson as Johnson sees a scramble. And he just gets separation and finds space. So Trevor, excellent. Sometimes in three-man rush, take your time. Can't find somebody open, start moving around. You should have time. Great off-schedule play by Trevor Harris here. They looked like they were trying to do a double move in the middle of the field, but then he gets spooked by the inside move, starts scrambling. Johnson just settles and waits for it. Great execution. Trevor sees pictures very well and gets throws. When you get the ball underneath the players, you give them an opportunity to run with the football. And this short gain turns into big yardage. How does this happen? The release of the back carries the linebacker for the underneath route. I believe that's Schaefer Baker to be caught. So once he catches it, there's that dead space in the zone. It's right at the first down marker. He spins out, gets around, turns it into a big play. But the back carries the linebacker and creates space. Trevor sees it, throws underneath the space. And then the athleticism takes over to make the big play. This is the end of the game interception thrown by Trevor. Tyrell Ford makes a great play in recognition of what's happening. This is what I call a vertical stretch. I don't run this route a lot because it's just so hard for the quarterback to read. And it looks pretty all the time, but it can lead to a lot of interceptions. So pretty much that's what they're doing. And what I mean by a vertical stretch is you're stretching this part of the field with 1, 2, and 3 people. It's a down the ladder read. For this to work, there has to be separation. And you can see why this receiver has a waggle, because he has to take the top off the coverage on the post. What I don't like, I do like that there is separation, but there still should be more separation. There should be at least 2 more yards of separation, because when they're too close to each other, Tyrell can recognize it and break down on it. So if Tyrell Ford, when the ball, before Trevor throws it, if Tyrell's still not over the top of the go route, the best thing for him to do is just throw the go route. Just throw this ball as far up as you can, because Tyrell's waiting for this route. So if he's even and not backing up, take this shot. And that way it's either a touchdown or it's an incomplete. Here he tries to go underneath. Tyrell expects it to happen. He has to throw it in this little space because he's underneath. He's over the top of the outbreaking route. So you get greedy on that shot. So either it's got to go, just because the space is too close, it's either there, take that shot, or throw it underneath. But Tyrell Ford recognizes it, sees the picture. Let's go to this angle. You can see it a little bit better. So right now, we've got a player going deep. He's starting to bench it, and he's underneath. So there's your levels. But he just falls off and recognizes it. So the lower he is, the more you take the deep one. And that's sometimes hard to see. So some good things from the Riders. I like Trevor, his ability to get the ball out of his hands, but some good plays by the Bombers too.